Today I'm going to be breaking down how I made $168,000 in my service-based business last year. If you're new here, hi, my name is Lauren Simpson and I'm helping you maximize your time and talents as a growing small business owner. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every week. So this is kind of a continuation on another video I did, which was breaking down all of my expenses from last year within this business. So I kind of went in depth of what my expenses were, how much percentage they were of my income, how much they were monetarily of the income and things like that. So I'm going to be doing a similar fashion to that, but for the income side. Now, I own a beauty business that specializes in bridal and special event hair and makeup, as well as brow and lash services. We also do other things like photo shoot, hair and makeup lessons, and things like that. I make sure I know the ins and outs of the income and the expenses of my business by working with a business financial coach. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, I'll link that video up in the cards. But basically, I'm looking right now at the spreadsheet that we use to keep up with everything. It's a very in-depth spreadsheet that is also customized to me and my needs. The first income category is makeup. So this is where I'll put if I made money towards teaching makeup lessons, doing photo shoot makeup, if I did just makeup for random occasions. So it could be a date night, a birthday, anything like that. Anything that is just makeup related but is not weddings goes here. So in this category, I made about $10,400 or 6.19% of my overall gross income. Next category is bridal trials. So this is where a bride will come in to test out the hair and makeup before the wedding day. So she'll work with either myself or my team or both. Now I do have a team which helps me do the hair and makeup for multiple weddings or larger weddings and things like that. So this bridal trial category only includes what I personally make. So it's whether I'm doing the trial myself or the commission that I make off of those team members. So this category is roughly $11,300 or 6.7% of the gross revenue. The next category is weddings. This is going to be the largest category because the majority of the work we do is wedding based. Again, this category is based on if I am personally working the wedding. I obviously make the most money if I am working the wedding, as well as this is the commissions that I earn from other team members. This category accounts for $74,300 just about, or 44% of the overall revenue. The next category goes towards the team members. So to put this in perspective, this is the income from 2022 that I put aside to pay these people in the future. If you watched my expense video, you might realize that this amount is different than how much I paid out these people throughout the calendar year. So what happens in the wedding industry is you will make however much money in a calendar year, but that may not be resolved for a year or two down the line. So if somebody is booking their 2024 wedding in 2022, I'm receiving half down when they first book, and that other half I'm not receiving until a couple weeks before the wedding. So that's kind of why the number can fluctuate and be a bit different. I also like to put probably more than enough aside for these people because I never want to come up short when I owe someone a paycheck. So this category accounts for just about $67,000 or 39.75% of the total revenue. So that is not even mine. I don't even look at it. It goes in a completely separate account so that I can make sure that everybody's getting paid what they're expecting and on time. And basically it's a revolving amount. So as we book more weddings, that account keeps getting replenished at the same time that it's getting depleted. So what that means is if we're booking $10,000 in that category of weddings, but $15,000 got paid out that month, it's kind of a constant ebb and flow, that category and that bank account. The next category is brow lamination. Now this is a newer service that I'm offering. I would really like to build it up some more, but this one only accounted for $217 or 0.13% of my total revenue for last year. So this is definitely something I'm hoping to get some more clientele for. Another category that I continuously want to build up more, because this is my second favorite service behind doing makeup, is lash lift and tints. So I really love doing this service and I've done it for a few years, but it's still not quite to the point where I'd prefer in my business. So I am trying to have more of a focus on that this year. So that was about $3,200 or 1.93% of my total revenue. So again, that's not a lot. It's more than the brow lamination by several $1,000s, but percentage-wise, that's not a lot. So I'd really like to see that increase. The next category is waxing and tinting. So I do only facial waxing and brow tinting. So that means I can wax your eyebrows, sideburns, lip, chin, things like that, but I don't get into the full body waxing because I don't want to. I pretty much incorporate this as an additional service or an upsell, kind of like what I talked about when you can up-level your service-based business by having other products or services to upsell. So this one I'm not too heavy on necessarily wanting to promote as a standalone service. I'm happy to do it when it is, but this is a really good service to incorporate for our bridal clients, for example, who want to get a little cleaned up before the wedding and things like that. So in this category it was about $343 or 0.2% of total revenue. The next category is retail products. So once again, this is another upsell. These are referring to the mascaras and lash serums that I can sell in conjunction with the lash lift and tint. They often go really good with that service. Or there are the occasional people who actually just purchase the products from me because they want to support a small business, which woo, we love that. So this category is almost $900 or 0.52% of my total revenue. Again, it's not really one I'm pushing as much because I see it more as an upsell than a standalone thing, but that's almost $1,000 that I otherwise would not have earned if I didn't at least have these products available. The next category is online courses and ebooks. So this is a very, very, very small category for me right now. Over the last few years, I've tried to get into this space a little bit more. It's a really interesting avenue to take when you're used to providing the service in person. So I'm still trying to figure it out, but I do have a handful of, ebooks and helpful PDFs and things like that out on Etsy and on my website as well. So this accounted for about $83 or 0.05% of total revenue. The next category that I would also like to build up more because it can be sort of a passive income, sort of not, because we all know it's not completely. This category is affiliate income. So this basically is if I have affiliate links that I share on my Instagram stories that you click on and you make a purchase through. This is a specific skincare line that I really like to recommend to specifically my bridal clients to make sure that their skin is the best it can be before the wedding day. So that I earn a commission on. It's also a hair extension line that I am affiliated with. So if they purchase the hair extensions for their wedding day through my link, then I also get a commission there. So this is $106 and 0.06% of total revenue. Again, it's small, but hey, we can build it. That concludes my 2022 breakdown of revenue streams within my main business. If you are interested in learning more about the other revenue streams I have in my life, I did recently do a video breaking down those 6 revenue streams that I have by the age of 29. You can click up here in the cards if you want to view more. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you, getting some insight on how to make 6 figures as a small business owner in the service industry. Next week, we're talking about my top 5 tips on how to be a successful small business, so stay tuned.